Hi y'all, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright. So I got my garden in place and I don't have a hoe. So we gotta go look for a hoe. I guess it'd make the most sense to look near um things like the farm, right? Oh, get hung up on why can't I get through this door? Oh, because I'm crouched. I was like, why am I moving so slow and stuff? Because you crouched. But I think a farm probably maybe would give me the best option to find a hoe. Uh, so I guess I'm gonna go out here and then south. We'll see if that will lead me into the direction I need. I don't know where else they would. I do not know what is wrong with the stamina on this character. Uh, we played for a little over 3 hours, and this guy has more points into stamina increasing abilities than my other character, and I had way less problems on that guy than I do on this guy in keeping my stamina up. In fact, I could almost ride the bicycle without losing stamina on that other character, so I don't understand what the deal is on this guy. Hey, zombie. Sorry, I don't have time to play with you today. Oh, I also need seeds, I guess, so the farm would probably be a great place to um, pick up plants, right? This does not appear to be leading to a farm, though. Maybe I keep going east. I don't remember what the map layout looks like, unfortunately. Oh, man. He's so fast. I could really use some meat supplies. I guess a rabbit's probably not the best choice. I need a nice deer or a pig. That would definitely be the things I can manage to hunt, right? Yeah, I am like way out of food and water supplies, which doesn't help either. I am liking this two-shotting zombies though. That is super helpful. Anyways, let's go ahead and head back toward town here. Back to Dyersville. Deersville, however you want to pronounce that. Dyer. I'm sure it's Dyer. And keep an eye out for any kind of animal that I could hunt for food. I was going to say, is there a road here? But there is. I found it. Road, road. Ooh, there's a store. Oh, what's that place called? Working Stiff might have one too. I don't really know where they spawn. I just know that I need one. Oh, I should stop and get some water while I'm here too. This is a Working Stiff. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna stop and loot this Working Stiff then. I know, I need to eat soon. I'm starving to death. I'm always starving to death. This game is crazy on how much food you have to consume now. They didn't fix the amount of food that you get your hands on. They just increased the amount you needed to eat. So you run around constantly being thirsty and hungry because you can't keep ahead on your food intake at these low levels. Will you fill these up? Did you fill them up? I can't tell. I think it did. Other thing I find weird is they, with 17.1, they increase the amount of food and water that you can consume, and so they raise the start of detrimental effects as well, and so I don't like it. Alright, I need to make a bedroll, because there's no way I'm going to try and loot a store without locking my position. Oh, I did find a, what's that on here? Iron chest armor. Which, there we go. Yeah, looks pretty much the same. Oh, I think that little bit on the bottom there is new. It's weird that the chest armor doesn't show up underneath your coat, though. I mean, I guess you won't want those big pieces sticking out and about. Zombies. We got for bullets, nothing. Oh shoot. Well, look at the zombies pouring off the roof. Takes too much stamina to swing my weapon. Yeah, it keeps telling me I need to do first aid too, and I have applied several first aid things, and couldn't get my health to go back up. Oh look, and then I just dropped dead. Well, glad that solved that. I just dropped dead. I assume I starved to death. You just watched me starve to death. Even though I ate before I left my base and had my food up to almost 100, I just starved to death. I don't know where those zombies are going to be at, so let's spawn near my bed. And, of course, I'm still starving. So that's just going to make the comeback from this super easy. Um, you get no breaks. No breaks. Maybe you could give me some food. Okay, there's one zombie down. I didn't manage to kill any other zombies. They did, however, bust the door open for me, so that was nice. Whoa! Was not expecting that. I don't know how many hits it will take since I can't get back on top of these guys to wipe them out here. Looks like 3. And then she got bumped from behind. Oh man, speaking about frustrating, oh, we hit a frustrating part in our D&D game last night. We're supposed to start at 9, and I don't understand, but we're getting later and later on our start, but the guy who has to leave early has to leave early. And so whenever we go to do something, the dude is like, the DM who runs it is like, oh, well, I had to prep a bunch of stuff for tonight's session. And then we do like one little thing, and then he's like, oh yeah, that's all I've got prepped, so what time do you gotta leave? He says to the guy who's gotta leave early every week. We'll go ahead and just wrap it up here then, because I don't really have anything else prepped. I hate that. I hate when you go up a level, it caps you out at the level, and you don't get your full XP. It's weird. Alright, let's see. Do you got anything? Nope. Do you got... Nope. Do you got anything? For 30 minutes, this is going to shoot 1 level of intellect. Uh-oh. Big uh-oh. You could come out while I wasn't looking at things, you know. I used it, whatever it was. And, times for scope schematic. Alright. Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll get a rifle. I got a rifle on my, my multiplayer game. Jeez. Come on, zombies. If you're gonna come out and attack me, come out and attack me. Stop popping up after I get inside and look at things. Oh, where'd that one come from? Any other zombies want to just pop up out of nowhere? But yeah, I talked about it in another video, but we had to bring this woman to this town, and then when we got to the town, they wouldn't take her because the bones of a saint that were protecting the building are no longer there, and because we're doing a vampire Dracula kind of thing, and so he wants us to find the bones of a saint that got stolen. And the woman won't stay put, so of course she has to go with us. She actually didn't do a lot last night, but the week before, man, every time we tried to do something, we had to sit around while the DM and the DM had her talking to people, and which was getting super annoying. And so the priest tells us to go talk to this kid. Mother won't let us see the kid. We finally get in and talk to the kid. Kid doesn't know anything. So it's just a big waste of time. I hate those. I hate them so much. I hate it so much. We have a limited amount of time to play. And our DM is always giving us people to talk to who don't have any information. And I don't understand. Well, I believe it's because he likes to hear his own voice. But you know what it's like to spend 30 to 40 minutes fighting your way through an NPC mother of the child to finally talk to the child to find out that the child didn't have any information, so your trip is just a big waste. And it happens all the time. I'm pretty sure I just dropped dead from no food again. Or this game is just fixated on me just dropping dead for no reason. It does happen. I guess I don't pay enough attention to my hit points. Or it was reducing my maximum, so it reduced what I was at. I don't exactly understand why I just randomly drop dead like that from time to time. But I do. I do just randomly drop dead from time to time. Yeah, the... So we're... So we finally get to talk to the kid. He has nothing. So then they send us to this other place. And when we get there, the guy we're supposed to talk to is in a coma. So then he gives us all these clues that don't amount to anything. And so then we spend a ton of time trying to figure out what we're supposed to do there. Because he never gives us the clue that just is like, this is the clue you needed to have to let you know. No, what he tells us is afterwards, wow, I'm surprised you guys figured that out. You didn't even find out about the demonic symbols scratched on all the bedposts. You know, when we're in the room and we're looking at things, maybe you should mention that. Oh, nice. This, here's my hoe. Ta-da! Obviously, I'm going to finish exploring this place. Plus, I got tools. And I can make forged iron now, so I'll be able to repair these tools. This was a good store run, even if it killed me twice for no reason. Oh, I see you. Oh man, you know what? I'm almost out of... almost out of sledgehammer here. Never know when you're going to need another wrench, I guess. But, so this week, oh, and, you know, so we clear that other thing out, and they finally tell us where we need to go. No, they don't tell us where we need to go. Man, what did he tell us? I'm trying to remember what he told us. We wound up at the livery yard, I think. And then that guy told us where we needed to go. Whoa. Didn't expect to be any more zombies. Oh, man. Guess these guys just came wandering in from outside. They heard me mention that my sledgehammer was almost broken. Okay, I'll never break my sledgehammer if I can't actually hit what I'm aiming at. Oh, I was hoping that would kill him. There we go. And so, we start the night by confronting the coffin maker. And the coffin maker's done a lot of horrible things at this point. And so when he wouldn't let us in, I decided it was time to confront him. And so I just went ahead and broke the door down, and we went in, and he told us where the bones were at, and told us he had a vampire upstairs. And so we went upstairs and we fought the vampire, and it was tough. It was super tough, and like, we didn't really get to do anything. The vampire just immediately sprung out and attacked us. And I feel like there should be something, because we're there in the daytime and stuff like that, but I don't know. As the other guy put it last night, our DM is on a me versus them idea, so he tries to cheat the rules in his favor. Oh, a second gardening hoe. And so everything is constantly as bad as it possibly can be, it feels like. So we get rid of the first vampire, and you know, I forgot when we decided to fight the vampire that we don't actually get XP for fighting in this game. And so his new thing is everything that we play with him as the DM is milestone, so that he can decide when we level up. And there's a pig. What? I hate to even waste a bandage on this. And so, you know, we kill this first vampire, and then it wasn't until way later that I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, we don't actually get XP for fighting, so I don't know why I'm fighting things. Oh, that's right, because the game is designed around fighting, and I enjoy that part. Well, I enjoy the getting experience and going up levels part, which usually involves fighting, but since we don't actually need to fight anything to go up levels, because he's just going to decide when we actually go up levels, I don't know why we just fought this thing. But we got the bones. Oh, and the bones were warded, so they almost killed us, because we already didn't just take massive amounts of damage from the vampire, because we're level 4 and the vampire we're fighting is level 5, except that monsters are times 4, so his level 5 monster is actually 4 level 5 monsters. Well, no, let me explain, I guess. The book says a monster's level is that monster versus 4 of that number. Oh yeah, there we go. I starved to death again. Yay. And so CR5 monster is a normal fight for 4 level 5 characters. We are level... I'm lost. We are level 4. So we're already a level lower than that being a normal fight, so that makes it a medium to tough fight for us. And it was a medium to tough fight. I mean, it had more hit points than all 4 of us combined. It had resistance to all of our attacks almost. So it was a tough fight. And uh, the thing is that I thought we were going to be able to stake it while it was in while it was asleep, because it's daytime and it's in a box. So I guess I know next time just to set the building on fire and call it good. Or not get involved at all. That's what I feel we're at. Like, I forgot. I took a paladin. I said that his oath, because a paladin has an oath that he has to follow. So my paladin's oath, I jokingly said, was the oath from Dragonheart, which you've never seen that movie. It's an old, pretty good movie. At least I remember it being pretty good. Um, oh shoot, I should probably collect my stuff. I almost just rode off on my bike and left all my stuff here. I know, Gabe, I'm starving to death. I can't do anything about it until I get home. How about you stop trying to just kill me for no reason? Uh, so, um, we, we then proceed to go to find guards and tell them. Oh, there was a ward on the bag that alerted the person. You know, that makes no sense. There was a ward on the bag that hurt us, and also a ward on the bag that alerted the person who had demanded. Oops, this is not where I'm supposed to be going to. Alerted the person who had who wanted the bones, and so not only did we get super damaged by both the vampire and the spell trap on the bag, but the bag also let the person who wanted the bones know about the bones. Um, and so then we go and tell the guards about what had happened, and we show them all the evidence we have, and tell them about the 5 other vampires who are in the town square waiting to erupt at a later date and out of the ground. So instead of being able to do something about them, they immediately spring out of the ground because they know we're coming. Because, I don't know, because we're not allowed to win. And but we've got guards with us. And then the vampires proceed to one-shot every guard. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess we start running. And the DM's like, you're not going to fight him? I'm like, dude, we're almost dead. One of them almost killed us. There are 5 more here. What do you expect us to do? Well, I don't know. I mean, you're just going to let townsfolk... I'm like, I can't do anything. What do you want? To die? I mean, I know that's what you want, but I'm not prepared to let my characters die. Besides, I have these bones. I have to get back to the church, and if we can get back to the church, then whatever bizarre story you've concocted doesn't make any sense will work, because somehow the church is protected by the bones, but there's never been an attack on the city in 100 years. And it's because of the bones at the church, but it only affects the church. And I don't understand how that's possible. Why would the bones only protect the church, but the city, which is way larger than just the church, has also not been attacked in 100 years? And so, I mean, if there's a reason they're not allowing attacks inside the... I mean, why would the vampires give a crap about this one church? I don't understand. Like, I could get it if the entire town was protected, but you're saying that it's not the entire town. I think it's actually faster if I go this way. But So now you're telling us that no, it's just the church. So I'm gonna get the bones of the church and try and get the ward reactivated. And see. I wonder if there's something behind this. There is. And so we get in there and we run, and there's like you can hear guards and villagers dying behind you. I'm like, this is ridiculous because if these people are prepared to fight vampires and werewolves like they claim to be, then shouldn't the guards be capable of fighting vampires in the I mean, we're not allowed to have any daylight because the whole place is covered in cloud thick enough that no sunlight gets through so the vampires can walk in the daytime. I'm like, okay, but yeah, they still aren't they asleep? Like we didn't even get a sleep chance. And yeah, it's so we get to the church and then there's a vampire waiting for us in the church. Cause you know how vampires just hang out in the church. And so I need forged iron. Let's see here. I probably don't need 2 wire tools. Can you cook that up? I am going to keep the wrenches. You can have the lead. And you can have the iron. And then I want to go over here to my food. And then we're going to go over here to my campfire. And we're going to cook up some bacon and eggs. And then some bottled water. Oh, wait. We're going to cook up some glue. Let's do some tallow as well. And then some bottled water. There you go. Now stop being so hungry all the time, alright? Oh look, I have a death symbol. Oh, that's from dying, right? And so then the vampire, she grabs the priest after I hand him the bones that are supposed to protect everything from vampires, and I'm like, dude, you gotta get down and restart the ward or whatever. And then she grabs him, and I'm like, oh. Great, okay. And so then I'm like, alright, well, because at this point of the day, we've used up all our abilities fighting the previous 6 vampires. Because we're level 4, and each vampire is worth 4 level 5s. So we basically were up against 28 level 5 characters, and there are 4 of us. And nobody else was doing anything to stop the vampires. And so I'm looking over my stuff. My wizard is like completely out of spells. The archer in our group, we don't have magic weapons. Vampires resist everything that's not magic. Our cleric is run by our DM and is useless. And so we're like, I'm like, okay, I got one thing I'm gonna try. I'm going to cast Compel Duel. Because she's got the priest and she's threatening to kill him. And we need the priest to restart the ritual. So I need him to ignore her. I need her to ignore him. And we need to get down there to restart the ritual. Because if he can do that, then it should force all these vampires and stuff out of anywhere. And so that is my hope. That is my hope at this point. is that we can get him to... Oh, I got 2 wire tools. I don't need this one either. Why don't you cook that one up too? And so... okay. Give me these 4. Give me these. Give me these. And that's about it. You need four items to make seeds. So, let's see what we got here. Right, and so I need to increase my fortitude so that I can increase... Yeah, I need fortitude level 3, so... We're going to have to increase my fortitude to level 3 before I can do this next part. But, yeah, so it was like... or no, I'm not going to want to harvest anything until I have at least the next level. Because with the new one, if you harvest the plants now, I will not get anything, or I'll get one thing, something like that. So, get out of here. Seriously, did it break? I can't. What's wrong with my dirt? It's like, oh, you can't hoe that. You need dirt to fix the plant. I had dirt on me, and then I put it in here, I think. Yep. So, I cast Compel Duel. She fails her save against it, which means she's supposed to want to fight me. And that's what Compel Duel does. It's a spell Paladins cast, which makes things want to fight you. And if they attack anything besides you, it's supposed to be at disadvantage. So what I imagine that's supposed to mean is that they're going to want to fight you. And so I feel like the dirt is not... Are my graphics down? What is going on? This is not what the dirt's supposed to look like. And so if they have to attack something else trying to get to you, then that attack is at disadvantage. So what does that mean to my DM? I compelled the duel. They're divinely pressured to fight the person who cast it if they fail their wisdom save. Not once did that vampire attack my paladin after that. Left the priest, but refused to attack my paladin. I'm like, wow. Just wow. Like, in fact, to get around the whole disadvantage on attacks, proceeded to cast spells. Oh, you know, those should... Well, proceeded to cast spells that did not require an attack roll. Compelled to fight me, attacked everybody but me with spells that didn't require attack rolls, so he could get around the ruling. That's the DM. It was ridiculous. It was shameful. That's what it was. It was shameful. He knows the vampire is supposed to want to fight my character, but uses the technicalities of the rules to ignore what you're supposed to be doing with the rule, and continue to attack other people. He attacked my wizard, he attacked the cleric, not the cleric that I needed to get free, and for whatever reason, that cleric did not run to complete the ritual. That cleric stayed and cowered around. And then the next round cast a useless turn undead Uh, and then we attack the vampire spawn anyways, which breaks the turn undead. And then the vampire teleports away. And then we're like, okay, so we're going to run and close the doors. And he's like, you're not going to run after her? I'm like, no, she's gone, and we're too far from the door to even get up to her. So we're just going to close the door and wait for the priest to complete the ritual so that the church is now a shelter from the vampire stuff. And he's like, well, my cleric that I control is going to run out and try to find her. Oh, but he can't see her anywhere. She's just gone too fast or turned invisible or something. On top of that, she actually was casting spells and stuff, which they can't do for what she technically is in the book. And so she's not even supposed to be at this part. That's the other thing, is all the stuff that we went through for this stupid quest, and none of it is in the book. The priest tells you about his gravedigger. You talk to the gravedigger, who tells you the coffin maker did it. You talk to the coffin maker, and he hands over the bones with no fight against vampires if you do it in the daytime. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to plant some coffee beans and some blueberries, because that's all I've got. Yay, my garden has started. So, the way this works is I'm going to put a row each for the different items. So I've got coffee beans, I've got blueberry seeds, there's coffee beans, blueberry, corn, potatoes, yucca, aloe, hops, chrysanthemum, goldenrod, mushrooms. So I think there's like 10 rows I need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might have 9 rows across here, so I need one more row. But I gotta take these out, and these are like 10,000 points to break down, so it's gonna take me a while. But alright, with that, I'm gonna call it a day. So click like your like, subscribe, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.